Hello my YouTube friends, welcome to this exciting lesson in Revit structure. In this lesson, I just want to teach you on how you can extract a bill of materials in Revit for your steel project. So what you are seeing here is what you are going to do. We are going to extract the bill of materials for the structural framing for this structure that we are seeing right here. So now I did this lesson because someone commented there, they requested that they don't know how to create the bill of materials, so this is the lesson. So I encourage you to make sure that you comment there, like my videos, and subscribe to my channel. And most importantly, make sure that you check my website skillmaxcad.com for some very exciting courses in Revit structure, Revit architecture, and robot structural analysis. So without wasting time, let's get started in this lesson. Okay, so now what I'm going to do, I'll simply close this project so that we can start from scratch. You see how we can create a bill of materials. So I'll simply close this one and close this one also. I'll close the 3D view and I'll not save it. All right. Now I'll just use, this is an old project that I created. All right. Now if you want to learn on how to create this project using Revit and Robot, make sure that you check the card above there. So I'll just select on it, and now it was created in Revit 2024, so it will just upgrade there to Revit 2026. Let's give it a bit of time. So as you can see from here, it has opened. This is our project. We are going to extract the bill of materials. Now what I'm going to do to get started is to simply go to view. It's very simple. Just go to view there, and now go to schedules, and now click on schedules and quantities right there. Right. Now from here, what you need to do is to just pick the category. For example, I want to create the bill of materials for my structural framing. Okay, so it's just a matter of going down there until you find the structural framing. If it's for the columns, you can do that. So I'll pick structural framing there, and once I pick on it, you see that the name will appear here. Now I can as well rename it from here if I want, but I'll rename it later. Okay, I can type bill of material from here, but I want to show you how you can do it later. So it will just pick that name there, structural framing schedule, and now click on OK. Right, here we are. So this is what you are going to see now. Now on top here, you are going to see, these properties. We have the fields, filter, sorting and grouping, formatting, appearance. We are still under the fields here. Okay, so what we are going to do now is to add the fields. Okay, that you are what properties, what parameters do you want to show within your bill of materials. So the first one that I want to show is of course the type, which will show the actual profile, the name of the profile, but here it will be the type. So I can simply search from here. I don't have to waste time scrolling down there. Pick on it and add it there. So that is the type, which will be renamed later to the profile name. All right, the next one will be the count. Okay, now it will be renamed to quantity, but we don't have quantity. Just find the count there, select on it and add it right here. The next one is the cut length. Okay, so just search for the cut length, or you can just scroll down there. We see we have it there, and click on there. We have the cut length. Last but not the least is the exact weight. Now you notice here that if I just type weight, or what is the correct spelling, we have the weight and the exact weight. Make sure that you pick the exact weight from there. So I'll select on this one and add it from here. So this is what we want to show, and it's just a matter of clicking on OK, and you see that in the schedule will be right here. Now you can see that it looks very ugly. It's not properly formatted. We are going to group and format it in the way that we want. The first thing, as I said, now this is where we can rename this one maybe to bill of materials. So I'll call it bill of materials. I can add maybe BOM at the end there. I can add structural framing if I want, so that I know that it's specifically for structural framing. All right. Now let's start now, formatting this one. Now I can come down here and under other, if I go to fields there, this is where we started from, but above here we have all these options here, which are the ones which are here. So you can just click on one and you can switch now from here. All right, so I'll go to sorting grouping. Now from here, what we have is itemize every instance. That's why I think that the list is quite long. So I'll just remove this option, click on OK. Let's see what we have. See that now it has just combined everything into one row. Okay, we don't want this because we have to display the information for each and every member. Okay, so we need to go back to sorting and grouping there. And now what we want to sort by is now a matter of sorting. We'll start sorting by the type, okay, which is the first one here, and click on OK. See that the type has been sorted out, okay, as you can see from here. So these are the types of members that we have, okay, just this. Now as we keep on expanding, it's also going to expand them because, for example, even if we have the CAE 80 by 6.5, but the length, you know, varies for this number of pieces, so we also have to sort out this one so that we separate those with, you know, different lengths, okay, so that you can just group those with the same length. That's why we're seeing varies here. So we are also going to sort out this one, that is the cut length. So we'll go to sorting and grouping. We go to then by under sorting and grouping and sort by the cut length. So what I'll do, I'll simply click on OK. So this part is also sorted out, and you see that it has expanded this 1, 2, 3 because the lengths are different there, and this is what we want. We want to know each and every length. Right, again, if we come under the exact weight, I think we see that of the 20 pieces here, they have different meaning that the weight that we have here is for each piece. All right, each piece has this particular, for example, among us, for these 4, the IP1 for each piece has 136.50. So now since this one has different, you know, it has different, you know, weights for each piece, so it shows varies. So let me also sort out this one. I'll go to sorting and grouping, and I'll go to then by weight, exact weight, and click on OK. So now you can see that this is for each and every piece. It will show it just like that. Okay, so this looks good. Right, the other things that I can even rename here, or maybe before I do that, let me select this one, highlight, and just click on font, and make sure that this is bold. All right, so we have it like that. Now the next thing that I want to do, of course, is to rename these. I'll type this one as profile name. Profile name. For the count, remember I said we are going to have quantity. I think the cut length is okay. I'll just type cut length, but in brackets I'll put the meters. I'll show you how to change the meters, the units to meters. The exact weight, I want to use tonnage. We are going to change the units here, so I'll change this one to exact weight. Actually, I'll call it total weight. Total weight. Is that correct? Is that a correct spelling? Okay, you can counter check the spelling. I'll put done there. All right. Okay, now let's counter check the units for the length. We need to go back to our 3D view here. Then type UN on your keyboard. Now go to length and click there. You see that the units is in millimeters, so I'll just click there and change it to meters. Now if I want to have the M there at the end of each and every number, I can pick this one, but I don't want that. The rounding, I want it to show maybe to 2 decimal places. This is what I want. I'll click on OK. Let's click on OK. We see what we get. Bill of materials, you can see that now we have the lengths in, you know, in meters. I can go there and counter check the actual lengths. Am I able to pick? Let me just try this one. Okay, if we have a parameter here which is showing the actual length, let me just show you here. So if I just go there, the length, you can see that this is cut length, which is 5 meters. Let me pick a different one. This one here, the cut length, which is the 5.5. You can see, so that is the actual length for each and every piece. All right, so if I come here, so that the 5.5, I think the other one was 5.556, it should be this one. So that is the cut length for each and every piece here. All right, So, and that is the quantity. Now I'll come here and also change the units for the total weight. So I'll go to 3D view. I'll just type UN. Now this time I have to go to structural, and now I'll find the, is it the mass? Yeah, right here. Just click on it. I'll change the units to tons, then unit symbol to none. Okay, 2 decimal places is fine, and click on OK, and click on OK. Right, if I click there, you see that I have now, the total weight. All right, now before you are misled, hold on a bit. The length here is the actual length for each and every piece. Let me pick, I think the one which look, maybe let me pick this one. Let me pick this line and go to 3D view. Okay. You see we have the bracings there. So if I just click on one bracing, let me counter check the actual length here. Where is the length? I hope we have the length being shown here. Wait, exact area. The cut length, oh, it's right here. Okay, system length and the cut length, it's 7.0711. So the length is for each and every piece. So if I come here, the length is being shown for each piece, and that is the quantity. Okay, so it's not calculating the total, but the length for each piece. Okay, the quantity, of course, we know that is the quantity, but for the total weight, we want to calculate the total weight. If I select this line, okay, let me pick this line, go to my 3D view. You see that it's picking all these members. Okay, now you might be misled that maybe the total weight that is being selected is for everything. If I just go to exact weight, you see that this is 0.13, but if I pick one member, let me select on it, this is still 0.13. so this weight is for each member. Okay, so we need to calculate the total weight for this. So don't miss out that one, otherwise you're going to have wrong figures. So how do we calculate the total weight here? So what we need to do is go to edit, and now make sure that you go to formatting. Now simply go to exact weight. The exact weight here, you see that we have no calculation here. Expand that one and click on calculate totals. All right, so I'll just click on calculate totals. Okay, once I click on calculate totals, okay, I'll click on calculate totals there, and I'll just click on OK. So you can see that now it has calculated the totals for each of these. All right, so it means that if I select on this one, okay, there are 90 pieces. Okay, if I just go to my 3D view once again, you can see that these are the pieces, 90 pieces. If I select on this, you see that it will still show 0.13, but here the total is 11.41. So it has calculated the total for the 90 pieces, okay, of length 5.0. Okay, if I just go there, okay, I think I counter check already this one. This is the length is 5.0, as you can see from here. So this is good. So now the other thing that I want to do is to add now the total, the grand total for the weight here in tons. Okay, so what I need to do is to go to fields. Then I'll simply go to sorting and grouping. Then I'll click on grand total, then click that one and pick title and totals, just like that, and click on OK. Perfect. You see we have now grand total, we have 17.32. So that is the tonnage for our structure right here. All right, perfect. Now let's add it on our sheet. We see how it's going to appear. So I'll simply go to sheets, select the sheet. If I expand, we have a sheet loaded here. Okay, we have, but I don't want to use this one. I'll select on the sheet and right click and new sheet. Now I'll just click on load. I want to load an A3 sheet. We have it here, but if it doesn't bring you to this folder, you can click the arrow there. Maybe you start with RVT, that is the version, then you go to libraries, then go to English if you're a metric guy. Then what you are going to see here will be dependent on what you have installed. So I installed the UK and US. then go to title blocks. Now you can find the A3 there and click on open. Now select on it and click on open right here. Now here, let me just quickly edit the sheet there. I don't want to show this logo. Okay, just delete this one. Okay, maybe let me delete this one also. And now let me simply load and click on no, because I don't want to save it, but just overwrite this one so that we can have it like that. Perfect. Now let's add our bill of material here. So make sure that you go to schedules and quantities, expand it there, see that it's right there, select on it and hold your left mouse and drag it, release your mouse and let me have it right here. I'll add it there, click outside, let me just zoom in, see that it looks good, everything is here.